Hey everybody, good afternoon. I'm going to start my watch and we're going to get right into our chair yoga today. So let's start with our modified pranayama breathing. So everybody should find a seat and a comfortable position, 2 feet flat on the floor. We're going to interlock our fingers and then place them underneath our chin. So for this, your thumbs are touching your throat and your pinkies are facing away from you. As we breathe in, our elbows go up to the ceiling, but our hands stay underneath our chin. And then as we breathe out, we look up to the ceiling, elbows come forward to touch, but the whole time, our hands stay underneath our chin like that. So we breathe in, elbows go up, hands stay under the chin. Then we breathe out, we look up, elbows come forward, and our hands still stay under our chin. All right, let's try it. Shake it out, interlock those fingers underneath the chin. Thumbs can touch your throat, pinkies are facing away from you. Here we go, big, deep inhale. Elbows go all the way up and breathe out. Good. Deep breath in, elbows go up. And elbows come forward and we breathe out. Breathe in. And let it out. Breathe in, elbows go up. And let it out. One more for this round. Breathe in, some of the elbows up. And breathe out. Good. Once the elbows touch, you can bring your arms down. And we'll do one more set of our pranayama breathing. Okay. Let's try that again. Interlock your fingers. Sit up nice and tall. It really helps to breathe if you're sitting up. If you're slouched over, everything is like squished together. So sit up nice and tall, shoulders back. That way you can breathe much easier. Once that's done, we'll interlock our fingers and place them underneath our chin. Thumbs touching your throat, pinkies facing away. The whole time keeping your back up nice and tall. All right, let's all breathe in together and send our elbows up to the ceiling. Fill your lungs with air and then let all the air out. Good. Breathe in. Eyes stay open the whole time. And let all the air out. Breathe in, elbows up. And breathe out, elbows come forward to touch. Breathe in. Fill up your lungs as much as you can. And then let it all out. Two more here. Breathe in. And breathe out. Last one, fill up your lungs as much as you can. Take in every last sip of air until you can't anymore. And finally let it out. Excellent. Bring your hands down. Give a little shake if that feels good. And let's start. Oh, that is like perfectly in like a blind spot with the glare from the lights. Okay. Seated half moon. Left hand grabs the chair. Right hand comes up over your head. Big side stretch. Now plant that right hip down onto the chair. That way you don't feel the tendency to lean over and fall off. So hip is planted, arm is reaching, and we'll hold here. Good, other side. Right hand grabs the chair, left hand comes up and over your head. Left hip plants onto the chair, and then your hand reaches up and over. And those opposite motions of the hip going down and the arm going up, that is going to give that side of your body an amazing stretch. Good, come back up. For every pose that we do, we're going to get a second chance for all of them. So let's do our second chance for our seated half moon. Left hand grabs the chair, right hand comes up and over your head. Now we know we need to plant the hip and then reach the arm, but the other thing we're going to do on our second chance is swoop that left shoulder forward so that your two shoulders are straight on. So here's the before. And here's the after. All right, once you're here, we'll hold it. Good. Sit up. Right hand grabs the chair. Left hand is now going to go up over your head. So let's do what we know. Plant the hip, reach the arm, and then slide the right shoulder forward. And we'll hold it. Good. Sit up tall. We are going to do our seated spine twist. So take that left leg, cross it over your right. Right hand is going to touch your knee. Left hand is going to reach for the back of the chair. Make your back nice and tall, and then twist all the way over to the left. Good. Untwist the top half, uncross the bottom, and let's do it on the other side. Right leg crosses over your left. Left hand on the knee, right hand back of the chair. Sit up nice and tall, and then twist all the way over to the right. Hopefully by now you know all about what to do with your supporting leg that is here. Knee and ankle should be in one line, not too far forward and not too far back. Good. Untwist the top and uncross the leg. Let's do our second set. Right leg crosses over the left. Left leg crosses over the right. Right hand goes to the knee, left hand back of the chair. Fall back and twist over to the left. Good. Untwist the top, uncross your legs. Last one, let's do it. Right leg crosses over the left. Left hand goes to the knee. Right hand goes to the back of the chair. Tall. Sit up tall and then twist all the way over to the right. Good job. Untwist the top half and uncross your legs. Our next pose is our seated leg extension. So, I'm going to sit a little bit more forward on my chair. If that's uncomfortable for you, you may stay back here and do it. I like to scoot forward, and then you're going to put your right heel down onto the ground and right toes pointing up to the ceiling. Two hands, one on top of the other, and you'll go down and reach for your toes. Now, you may not touch your toes, and that's fine. It's kind of hard to see here, but I am definitely not reaching to my toes yet. That is why we do everything twice. That way on the second set, you are a little bit more flexible, a little bit more warmed up, and you should be able to get a little bit further into the pose. All right, let's take that one back and we'll switch to the left leg. Heel is down, toes up to the ceiling. Two hands, one on top of the other, and go down, reach for your toes. Making sure that you have a nice flat back. We're not hunching over just to get farther. You still want to have a flat back. And then start to reach. Good. Let's do our second set. Right heel is down to the ground, toes up to the ceiling. Two hands, one on top of the other. Go down, reach for those toes. Great, let's switch. Left heel is down to the ground, toes up to the ceiling. Two hands, and we reach for those toes. Good. Sit up. And let's do our first forward fold with our legs open. So open your legs up as wide as you can, either side of the chair. Feet flat on the ground. Our arms are going to go all the way up to the ceiling. And then you're going to dive forward and reach for your ankles. Okay, elbows are going to be right in front of your knees. That way it can protect your knees from caving in like this, which we do not want. So use your elbows to really stick those knees out, not so far that you're pushing on them, but you just want them to be straight. So we don't want them too far back, and we don't want them too far forward. Last thing we're going to do is look down at the ground. Excellent. Arms go up to the ceiling. Keep your legs where they are. And dive down. Reach for those ankles. Elbows go right to the knees. With a flat back, we're going to look down at the ground and hold this pose. Good. Sit up and close the legs. And we'll move on to our next pose, which is our seated pigeon. So, sit back in your chair. Let's go for our right ankle first. You're going to bring that ankle up to your knee. If that's too much, if you can't do that, then you'll cross at the ankle. So right ankle will cross over your left ankle, and then you'll do everything the same from there. If you can, bring that ankle up to the knee. 2 hands, reach for the front of the chair, and then use your arm strength to pull your chest closer to your leg. Now mine doesn't touch. If yours does, great, but that is the goal, okay? So just thinking about it, keep that in your head and pull yourself down with that flat back, and then look down at the floor. Good. Sit up. That ankle goes down. Left ankle comes up to the knee or crosses at the ankle, either one. 2 hands, reach for the front of your chair and pull yourself down with a flat back. And then gaze down at the floor. So obviously I don't want you to look down here. I want you to look so that your head and neck and back are all in one straight line. Sit up, that ankle goes down, and we'll do our second set. So right ankle comes up to the left knee. Reach for the front of the chair and pull yourself down. Look down at the floor and hold it. Switch. Bring up that left ankle to the right knee. 2 hands, reach for the front of the chair, pull yourself down, flat back, look down at the ground, and hold it. Good. Sit up. Oh, I love that one. You should really feel that right here. It's such a good stretch that we don't usually do. Let's get into our warrior series. So, warrior 1, we're going to scooch over to the right side of your chair. Right leg goes out to the side, straight. Left leg is bent and on a little bit of an angle. Hands come to heart center. And then straight up over your head for warrior 1. Good, drop the arms parallel with the floor. Then you're gonna look over to the left and hold warrior two. From here, we're gonna do something new today. You're gonna flip your left hand so the palm is facing up to the ceiling, okay? At the same time, your right arm is gonna come down and it's gonna slide down that straight leg as your left hand comes up straight into the air. Then you're gonna look up at your left hand and we're gonna hold here. This one is called our reverse warrior, our seated reverse warrior. And then we'll hold this one. Good, bring the hands to heart center. And we're gonna go to our triangle. So elbow goes over to the bent knee. Right hand goes straight up into the air. Left hand comes down in front of the bent leg. And then you're gonna look up at your right hand. Beautiful. Bring the hands to heart center. Sit up nice and tall. And let's switch it over to the other side. Left leg is out to the side and straight. Right leg is bent on an angle. Hands come to heart center. And then the arms go straight up over your head for warrior one. Arms drop down parallel with the floor. Look over to your right and hold warrior two. Good. At the same time, you are going to slide that hand, your left hand down that leg. Right hand is going to turn palm facing the ceiling all the way up so that it's straight up and down, and then you're going to look up at that right hand. So there is a slight back bend here. That's why your hand is you can grab onto your leg if you feel unstable. If you're feeling good, you're going to just rest your hand there, but you do want to get a nice back bend in there. Just like that. Beautiful. Let's do our triangle pose. So hands come to heart center, elbow goes over to your bent knee, left hand straight up into the air, right hand down in front of the bent leg, and look up at the left hand. Bring the hands to heart center, sit up tall, and we're going to get our second set. Second chance to do everything. So right leg goes out to the side. Left leg is bent on a little bit of an angle. Hands come to heart center, and then straight up over your head for warrior one. Drop the arms parallel with the floor. Look over to your left and hold warrior two. Flip your left palm so that it's facing the ceiling. And at the same time, we're going to move the arms together so that your left hand, or so that your right hand goes down to the leg, and your left hand goes up to the ceiling. Bring the hands to heart center. Elbow goes over to the bent knee. Right hand goes straight up into the air. Left hand comes down in front of the leg. And look up at your right hand. Great. Bring the hands to heart center and let's switch over to the other side. Left side of the chair, left leg is straight out to the side and right leg is bent on an ankle. Two hands come to heart center and then straight up over your head. Arms come down parallel with the floor. Look over to your right and hold it. Flip the right hand so that the palm is facing the ceiling. At the same time, we're going to move our arms so that the left hand goes to the leg and the right hand goes up to the ceiling. And then look at that hand up there. Great. Bring those hands to heart center and we'll do our triangle pose. Elbow goes over to the bent knee. Left hand goes up to the air and right hand comes down in front of the leg. And then let's look up at the left hand. Hands come to heart center. Sit up and bring your legs together. Kind of threw that new pose at you, but hopefully you did okay with it. It's the same leg positioning. You don't have to move the bottom half of your body. It's just a little tilt and it gives you a nice little back bend. Let's do our revolved chair pose and then we'll get a quick drink of water. So 2 feet flat on the floor. Hands come to heart center. Your left elbow is going to either tap the right leg or tuck on the side of the right leg. Elbow goes straight back behind you and then we look all the way over to the right. Come back to the center, and we'll go to the other side. Right elbow is either going to tap or tuck on the side of the left leg. Elbow is straight to the back of the room, and then look over to the left. Back to center, and we'll do our second set. So left elbow is either going to touch or tuck on the side of that right leg. With a nice flat back, you're going to look all the way over to the right and hold it. Back to center, and last time, right elbow either going to touch or tuck onto the side of the left leg. Elbow is straight back, back is straight, look all the way over to the left, and hold it. Come back to center. And everybody grab a quick drink before we do our 2 standing poses. As always, for downward dog, if you don't want to stand, you can put an additional chair in front of you with like the back of the chair closest to you so that you can put your hands on top of it and then put your head down and you'll still get that stretch. Or if there's a countertop that's taller than you are when you're sitting, hands can go on top of the countertop and then lean into it and you'll still get that stretch that you get from downward dog. So grab a drink and then I'll show you how to get into it. Okay, I'm going to turn my chair to the side just so you can see better. Standing directly in front of your chair, you're going to put your hands on the part of the chair that you were just sitting on. Take a big step back with 2 feet until you feel a stretch in the back of your legs. Feet are shoulder width apart. Push yourself back so that your bottom goes up into the air. Then you're going to put your ears next to your elbows so that your arms, head, neck, and back are in one straight line, just like this. And we'll hold it. Good. Stick your head up, walk back up towards your chair, then let go of the chair, stand up, and we'll do our second set. Very important that you walk your feet back to the chair, then take your hands off. Other way around, and it could be bad. Let's do this again. Standing directly in front of your chair, reach for the part of the chair that you would normally sit on, and then take a big step back. Once you feel a good stretch in the back of your legs, you're going to push your body back so that your bottom goes up into the air. Then your head is going to go down so that your ears are by your elbows, and that way our arms, head, neck, and back are all in one straight line. It should look like this, and then we'll hold it. Beautiful. Walk your feet back up to the chair and stand up nice and tall so we can do our tree pose. Again, I'm going to switch my chair so you can have a better view. Let's come on over to the right side of your chair. Hold on to it. Point your right toe to the ground and then turn your knee out. Slide the bottom of your shoe up to meet that standing leg. Now we decide, are we going to keep the toe on the ground? Are you going to put your foot on your calf or bring it up all the way to your thigh? You will never put your foot onto your knee because there's just going to be some pressure that we don't need. So pick where your foot is going to go today. And once you are stable in that position, bring one hand to heart center. Then bring the other one to meet it. If you can still balance here, then you're going to slowly extend your tree up and out with the arms. Good. Hands come back to heart center. And we'll switch to the other side. Hold on to the chair. Your left toe is going to point down to the ground. And turn the knee out. Slide that foot up to meet the standing leg. Now choose where your foot's going to go. Bring one hand to heart center. Then the other comes to meet it. And if you still feel like you can balance here, fully extend your tree up and out. Good. Bring the hands back to heart center. Grab onto the chair and we'll do our second set for tree pose. Hold onto the chair, point the toe to the ground, turn your knee out. Slide the bottom of your shoe up to that standing leg. Pick the foot placement. One hand comes to heart center, then the other. And then you're gonna fully extend your tree up and out. And if at any time you feel like, whoa, I'm gonna fall, just grab onto your chair and then start over again. Good, hands come back to heart center. And let's do our last one. Left toe points down to the ground. Turn that knee out. Slide the bottom of your shoe up to the standing leg. Pick the foot placement. Bring one hand to heart center, then the other, and fully extend your tree. Beautiful. Bring those hands back to heart center, and then we will all have a seat. We're going to do our seated cat-cow. So for this one, you're going to scooch a little bit forward in your chair, not too much. Rest the hands on your knees. For cow, you open up your chest as much as you can, and then look all the way up to the ceiling. For cat, you're going to tuck your chin to your chest, and then you're going to curve your shoulders up and forward. So this is one of the poses where we get to curve our back. Your shoulders come up by your ears, chin is tucked. Now for these poses, we're going to breathe. As you do the cow, open up the chest, look up and breathe in. Then for cat, you're going to breathe out, tuck your chin, bring the shoulders up by your ears, and then you're going to just move back and forth in between your cat and cow poses, however feels good for you. You could do it way slower than me, you could do it a little faster than me. I don't want to be too fast, but you're going to take it at your own pace. So we're just going to move back and forth in between cat and cow, and I will tell you when to finish up on your last cat. So go ahead and start that right now. Excellent. Finish up on that last cat and then come back to join me. We are going to move on to our seated wind removing pose. So I'm going to scoot even more a little bit on my chair so that I'm almost at the edge of it. Then we're going to interlock our fingers and then reach below your right knee. So you don't want to go on your knee because you don't want to pull on it, but you want to go right below it. And then pull it up and give your leg a big hug. See if you can pull your knee up to your armpit. And hold it. Back is straight, elbows are in. Very good. Put that one down. Keep your fingers interlocked, reach below your left knee, pick it up and give that leg a hug. Again, See if you can get the knee up to your armpit. Back is straight, elbows are in. Good. That leg goes down. Second set. Interlock your fingers. Reach below your right knee. Pick it up. Give that leg a hug. So tight that your knee goes up towards your armpit. And hold it. Good, and switch. Interlock the fingers, grab below your left knee, pick it up, bring it all the way up to that armpit, back is straight, elbows in, and hold it. Good, that knee goes down, and we are going to do our seated camel. So you are going to stay towards the front of your chair. Legs can be slightly open or touching, whatever feels comfortable. You're going to reach for either like the back of the chair, or if you're on a couch, you can fit your fingers in between like the two couch cushions. And as long as you have something that you can grab onto for this one, you will be good. So for our camel pose, you're going to open up your chest so big and look all the way up the ceiling, almost, if you can, at the back wall behind you, okay? The whole time your eyes should be open. This is an extreme back bend, so we're only going to do it for 10 seconds. So let's do this together right now. Go ahead, open up your chest, look up to the ceiling, and see if you can look at the wall behind you. Good, with your eyes open, come back to see me, and then get in a comfortable position, whatever feels good. And let's do a couple breaths. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. One more, breathe in through your nose, and out through your mouth. We have one more to do of our camel pose. So, get back to the front of your chair. Legs are either closed or open. Grab on behind you, and let's do this together. Open up your chest so big, look all the way up to the ceiling, and maybe even the wall behind you. Good, with your eyes open, bring your head back, and sit in a comfortable position again. Breathe in through your nose, out through the mouth. One more, breathe in through your nose, and out through your mouth. Very nice. Last pose before our Savasana is our seated forward fold with your legs closed. So for this one, heels touch, toes touch, knees touch. Arms go all the way up over your head. And dive down, reach for the back of your ankles. Then you're going to tuck your chin to your chest, and if you can, your forehead is going to touch your knees. Again, arms go all the way up to the ceiling. We sit up nice and tall and dive forward. Reach for the back of your ankles. Tuck the chin to your chest, and if you can, forehead rests on your knees. Good, again, sit up tall, arms go all the way up to the ceiling. Touch your hands at the top, and then bring them down through to your heart center. Great job today. Let's finish off with our seated Savasana. So get in any comfortable seated position. If you want, you could take it to the floor and lie down. If you have like a towel or a mat, you can go ahead and lay down on the floor. I'm gonna stay seated. What I do ask is that you can flip your palms up so that they are facing the ceiling, and then rest your hands on the top of your legs. Or if you're laying down, you'll just be to the side of you. I'll invite everybody to close your eyes and to let your mind be blank. Just focus on your breath, breathing in and breathing out. Go ahead and do that now. I'm going to slowly open my eyes. You can do the same, or you could stay in your Savasana if that feels good to you. We burned 135 calories doing this chair yoga exercise. That is amazing. I'm going to go ahead and end this. I hope you guys enjoyed our chair yoga today, and don't forget that new move that we added in. I'm going to try and remember to do that each week. If I don't see you guys, I hope you have a very happy St. Patrick's Day tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on Thursday for Shadow Boxing. Bye.